This week's parsha, Torah starts off the book of Exodus, book of Shemos, that these are the names of the children of Israel, the Shemos Bnei Yisrael, that are coming into Egypt. Then it lists the names of the tribes: Reuven, Shimon, Levi. So the Baal Shem Tov has a teaching on these words. It says like this: Shemos Bnei Yisrael, if a person wants to understand what leads to being in a state of slavery. And we're not talking about slavery, physical slavery, but the Torah is also understood on a deeper level that it represents, Mitzrayim represents constriction, and the people, the children of Israel being slaves, represents internal enslavement. What creates a condition for a person to enter into a state of slavery? And what does it mean to be a slave? Not to be free. So the definition of a slave is somebody whose life is entangled with somebody else. A free person, definition of a person that's free, physically a person that's free, is someone that can choose exactly what they want to do and when they want to do it. What's the definition of a person that's enslaved? Even it's in a job, that a person has a job. This is an intentional slavery. You put yourself into that situation, and you have to be exactly at this place at this time. It means that your life is not independent, but it's dependent on somebody else. And the beginning of the descent into slavery, this existential internal slavery, is when a person chooses to live their life not for themselves, but for the appreciation and for the acknowledgement of other people. And this is what the Baal Shem Tov teaches. If you want to understand why the Bnei Yisrael, why the people of Israel, why we enter into a place of shimu, a place of emptiness, of void, which eventually leads to an internal type of enslavement and lack of freedom, this comes because Haboy Mitzrayim, when they entered into Egypt, they entered into this place, they entered into life. As we enter into life, is Reuven, Shimon, Levi, Yehuda. The names of the tribes, the name of the Shvatim, also mean something. Each of the names of the Shvatim, each of the names of the tribes, the sons of Jacob, sons of Yaakov, were called names because they represent a certain thing that happened in the times of the birth. Reuven, for example, Reuven is called Reuven. Reuven comes from the word Re'u, to see. And Leah says, Reuven, that my husband will see me, Hashem will see me. Shimon means to hear, to be heard. Levi means to connect. Yehuda means to praise. Says the Baal Shem that just like there's positive qualities of that, there's also the negative quality of that. If a person lives their life and says, the reason why I'm doing this thing, they don't say it, this is like an internal conversation. A person lives their life and they say to themselves, I want to do this thing, this good thing, so people should see me, Ru'u. So people should look at me and say, wow, you're such an amazing guy, such an amazing woman. Shimon, the reason why I'm doing this thing is people should listen to me. I should be heard. So I should be known. I should be seen. I should be heard. Levi, so people should connect with me. Yehuda means praise, so people should offer me praise. I want to do this right thing, and it is the right thing. I want to give this kindness. I want to give charity. I want to daven especially. I want to pray. I want to be a good person. But the reason why I want to do it is because I want people to see, wow, you're so special. I want people to listen to me. I want people to connect with me. I need people's attention. I need people to praise me. If you do that, you're entering into a condition that eventually you're going to become completely enslaved to other people. Because if your reason why you're being and the reason why you're doing things in this world is only to receive praise and accolades from people that are around you, that means that you're not doing it for yourself. You're not doing it for Hashem. You're not doing it from a deep place, but you're doing it only to be appreciated by other people. This is the beginning of your descent and your loss of your authentic self. Your self becomes lost of who you are and what you have to achieve in this world, because all you're doing in this world is to see, is this person looking? Is that person looking? Is that person hearing me? Is that person giving me praise? Is that person giving me attention? And on a deep level, this means that whatever we do, the highest mitzvah that a person can do, the highest way a person can serve serve Hashem is that we do things for Hashem alone, only for Hashem, for no one else. No one else has to know about it. And we have to think every time we do something, am I doing this in any way, any shape or form for other people, or am I doing this really for Hashem alone? There was a Chassidic rabbi called Menei Yissaschar, and he once was giving over Torah. He was giving over Torah to his Chassidim. He was in Dinov, a little town in Poland. He was giving over his Torah, his teaching. And he went into like a mystical trance, a deeper trance. And he said that if a person does even beautiful things in this world, but they do it only so other people should praise them, and other people should appreciate them and say what type of an amazing person they are, after 120, after they pass on, and they enter into paradise, the angels will tell them, now that you did everything in this world for the other people, go ask the reward for them as well. This is what he said. Later on, the Chassidim, the disciples, came back to the Nineveh, and they repeated to him what he said over in the Torah, because he didn't remember what he used to say. He used to enter into like a deeper trance, and he used to say Torah. And then after a few hours later, the disciples would come and tell him over the Torah. And they repeated over this Torah. They said, by the way, Rabbi, you also said that after 120, a person who does things for other people, after 120, they're going to get rewarded. Hashem will say, go get reward from those other people. And then it said, yeah, I said that, Gewalt. Which means that he was so in his own space that he didn't even realize that he said it. Which means that he totally did it for Hashem alone. And that's the highest level. There's a story, two little quick stories. One story is about the Baal Shem, two stories about the Baal Shem. The one is that the Baal Shem Tov once had, there was no esrog in the town. You couldn't find a lulav and esrog for Sukkos. And there was only one person in the city that had a lulav, and the Baal Shem Tov really wanted to make the blessing, the first one. And the person came to Baal Shem and says, I will not sell you the esrog for the biggest amount of money you give me. But he says, I would give it to you for one thing. If you give away your Olam Haba, your world to come, all the reward that you will receive for the wonderful work that you're doing in this world, if you give it over to me, then I'll give you the esrog. So Baal Shem said, sure, take it. Take my Olam Haba. Take the world to come, and give me the esrog. And the next morning, so the Baal Shem Tov said the bracha of the esrog with such kavanah, with such intention, with such joy. And the disciples asked him, why are you so joyous, so much more than every other year? He said, because this is the first year that I'm blessing the lulav and esrog completely l'shem shamayim, only for the sake of heaven, to do the mitzvah. Because I'm not getting any reward. I gave away all my reward. I have no more reward anymore. And now I can serve Hashem truly for Hashem's purpose. Truly do something l'man Hashem, for the sake of Hashem. And Baal Shem once said on himself, the Baal Shem Tov, once asked the Baal Shem Tov, what soul are you? Whose soul are you? Where do you come from? Who are you in your past lives? And the Baal Shem Tov said that I was a very simple person that lived in the city of Tzfas in the 1500s. And when I was 13 years old, when I became bar mitzvah in the past life, I did a tremendous mitzvah, but I didn't tell a soul. I didn't tell my mother. I didn't tell my father. I didn't tell my friends. I did it just for Hashem alone. A very, very special mitzvah. And when I was older, he said that in heaven there was a debate who is one of the holiest people in this world. And some of the angels said, of course this is on a level of metaphor, exactly how this works. One of the angels said that the holiest person in this world is this boy, that on his 13th birthday did something only for Hashem alone. So Eliyahu Navi, the prophet Elijah, said, I'm going to go find out what he did. So it's very intriguing to me. So he went down and he knocked on the guy's door. And he says, you're Chaim? He says, yeah, I'm Chaim. He says, tell me, what did you do when you were bar mitzvah that day? You did something special only for Hashem. He said, I did it only for Hashem. He said, but I'm Elijah the prophet. I can reveal to you all the greatest secrets in the world. So he said, I'm not interested in secrets. I'm not interested in anything. I just did it for Hashem alone. And Eliyahu Navi came back to heaven. And the angel said, what happened? You were successful to find out what this child did? He says, no, he didn't want to tell me. So it was decreed upon Eliyahu Navi that he has to come back down to this world and teach him everything that he knows. Because now he's even a bigger tzaddik. He didn't even tell Eliyahu Navi. And the Baal Shem Tov said, that's who I was in the past life. And part of my tikkun is now I have to teach. I have to become known to this world. So even if you're known in this world, and you're teaching in this world, and you become revealed in this world, what the Baal Shem Tov is saying is that if you want to be in a state of freedom and not be in a state of exile, not go into a state of slavery. Don't ever think Reuven, Shimon, Levi, Yehuda, they should see me, they should speak about me, they should want to be with me, they should praise me, they should give me reward. Just do it for Hashem alone. You do something for Hashem alone, for your neshama alone, then you're free, and you'll never descend into any type of inauthenticity and any type of Egypt.